Good morning, first graders. You might be receiving this on a Friday and you might be getting this on Monday. This looks different than what we normally do on those off days, so that Friday and Monday. So this is what I'm going to be sending you from now on. This is called a research day. So we're going to have a couple of things on our page for us to look at and be thinking about so that it kind of gets us ready for the following week. For example, this week is kind of our starter week, and we're thinking about, what we've been talking about all week is how we express ourselves. That's our new IB unit. And we've talked about things that we wear, things that we do, things that we play, things that we love that help us express who we are. Now we're going to move into how do living things express who they are, which sounds a little silly, but it's pretty crazy to think about how living things express themselves to tell things to us and to tell things in nature. So the first thing we're going to do is kind of look at what makes something living. How do you know something is a living thing? So on our research board, as you can see here, you are going to first press the magnifying glass, okay? The magnifying glass takes you to a Mystery Science video that talks about what a scientist is. What is a scientist and how do they get so smart and what do they do? The reason we're watching that is because from here on out in this unit, you are now scientists. We are studying what makes things living and non-living. So watch that video and see what you think about being a scientist. When you're finished, you can choose either the tree or the squirrel. If you click on the tree will take you to another, sorry about the advertisement, but it will take you to another great video that talks about how you know something is living and how you know something is alive, okay? Then, if you're ready, you can go on to clicking with the squirrel, and when I click on the squirrel will take me to our epic books, okay? Now I'm going to go in as Austin just to show you. And when I get into Austin's account, I'm going to notice that I have a mailbox. If I click on my mailbox, there's something in there called Living Things. It's a collection that I made. So if you click on that collection, there's a bunch of books in there that you can read and look through to think about what are living things. Okay? So the awesome thing is that there are the ones in green. So if you see something green on the bottom, that means it's going to read it to you. If you don't see anything on it, at the bottom like a label, then that's a book that you will need to read. Okay? So go through, pick a few books, do some research about what you think living things are. See if you can find living things you didn't even know about. When you're finished with all of this, you've done your research for the day, I would like you to look at this sheet. This sheet is in your binder, and it is in your green section, I believe. And it says, show Mrs. Z your discovery. So this kind of tells me what did you do today. It says, draw and label a picture of a discovery you made on your research day. So what did you learn from the videos you watched? What did you learn from the books that you looked at? Then write a sentence or two telling me what you learned. I started it for you by saying, I learned. What else can you tell me about what you learned? Did you learn something about living things that you didn't know? Did you learn about a specific animal that's living that you wanted to know about? What did you learn? Draw a picture. I said to add labels. That means, you can add an arrow and tell me a little bit about your picture. What did you learn today? This is my documentation that you did something on Friday, so this should be in your binder when you bring it back, okay? So hopefully you have a lot of fun kind of going through and learning and getting ready to learn about living things and being ready to be a scientist. I might have one more activity for you on there that involves some math, but it will also involve doing some research about living things.